What's up, boss? You believe that? Hold on. Do you believe that? Let's go. Doubt y'all and ain't gonna be personal. You think I'm gonna let them naysay y'all and ain't gonna get personal.
Make sure I got the right mic going. All right, there we go. Buffs Nation. What's going on, everybody? Y'all be sure to hit that like as you check in. Man, I love it. We're getting more talent. We're getting another cornerback. Let's add to the depth of this secondary. Absolutely love it. Okay, so I'll get to my comments. Then I'll get to your comments. So real quick before I get started, shout out Yo Martez. Use that promo code SCOBuffs for all the Colorado gear he has, as well as his other apparel. Links in the description. But DJ McKinney, we're getting another Big 12 conference transfer coming over here from Oklahoma State. I love it. Redshirt freshman this past year. Another Texas guy, Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas guy. Played out there in Colleyville, suburb of Dallas. And this is another tall, rangy, physical corner that we're bringing in. I love it. Now, during his time coming into college, listed as 6 feet. I think on Pro Football Focus, we'll go ahead and dive into that here in just a minute, listed at 6 feet. But if you go on the website, if you go on the team website, he's listed at 6'2". So he's somewhere between 6 feet, 6'2". Either way, Coach Prime, we're always targeting guys 6 feet and above at that cornerback position, and solid tackler. So I love this. I was hoping we would get another cornerback to bring into this room. Again, guys, I mean, when you only win 4 games, you cannot ignore any position groups. You are not set at any position groups. Let's continue to build these layers. And, 3 years of eligibility, K Vizzy saying it. I love it. Karoom Hickman also saying that. Appreciate it. But yeah, really great pickup for CU. I agree, Zion. Let's go ahead, dive into some of the details. And I will share my screen. All right, guys, here we go. DJ McKinney, number 8, okay? They have him listed at 6 feet here. I don't even care. 174, he's got to be bigger than that now. A lot of years of eligibility left. Love to see that, okay? Defense grade, 457th out of 852 cornerbacks. You'll see here in just a minute where that stacks up with our current room. I think you guys might be pleasantly surprised, depending on how you're looking at it. I thought this was really interesting. All where he lined up, okay? 23 snaps on that line, 46 in the box, 25 at slot corner, 479 the wide boundary cornerback position, lined up a little bit at free safety, played a few snaps on special teams and on field goal block. Very interesting. Coverage grade. This is what I care about the most. 358 out of 778 cornerbacks. Love it. And, if we just want to take a look, I just thought I would bring in the Colorado players as well as have Oklahoma State on here. I mean, he was Oklahoma State's second highest rated corner this past year. That's with the snap requirements. See RJ Lester got in there a little bit, but even with getting rid of that, I mean, he would be our highest rated cornerback right now. outside of Travis Hunter. And of course, we know Preston Hodge coming in here was a top 20 rated cornerback, and he's going to play slot. So this is a guy, again, that is going to be able to play boundary corner. I love it. We need some more of those guys. And whoever is fighting after this cornerback 2 position, Cormani McLean, DJ McKinney, Omarion Cooper. I mean, those are probably my top 3 guys right now going after that. We're going to have a lot of depth, which is great. Carter Stoutmeyer, move to safety. Compete with Jaden Milner-Jones. That's what I would like to see. But, I mean, what do I know? Go over here. We can dive into his stats a little bit. Well, actually, before I do that, let me come back over here and let's just see his coverage grade. His coverage grade again, right behind Travis Hunter. Yeah, this is fantastic. 70.2. This is substantially better than the other guys. Of course, Pro Football Focus. I sound like a broken record saying this. It's just a piece of the full picture, right? I would imagine Oklahoma State had some better pass rush than what we had this past year. So obviously, some of their corners are just naturally going to grade higher because of that. But nonetheless, this gives you a nice little picture of DJ McKinney and the type of player, the type of talent that he's bringing. And look, I mean, played a ton of snaps this past year. I mean, this wasn't like a part-time player, guy who's just spelling or playing in place of injury. I mean, this guy took almost 600 snaps as a redshirt freshman. I mean, isn't that great? Love to see that. All right. You've probably seen this on Twitter. I think ScoBuffs22, Matt H. tweeted this out, as well as Jake Schwanitz. 32 tackles on the year. That's awesome. 7 assists, 7 misses. We'll need to correct that, but still, the fact that he's had 32 tackles, I mean, that's awesome. Coverage, 45% right now. Receptions, NFL quarterback rating, 91. You know, make that whatever you want. 3 penalties on the year. Okay. But this is what I really care about right here. 5 pass breakups. This is awesome. And then, of course, seeing his different snap alignments. We went over that. Let's check out the grades chart. You can see he had a nice improvement from his red shirt. Well, his first true freshman year that he was a red shirt for. So he only played a few games. And then this year as a redshirt freshman playing the full season, you see he went up the whole 7 points with his grades. And some of y'all pointed this out, 7 tackles against Texas. That's great. I could probably go back to this and played a little bit of special teams. Y'all know we need a heck of a lot of help with special teams. So I think 6 tackles against Texas, but this is a guy that can play the run as well as defend the pass. Absolutely love it. Again, right here, they have him listed. Come on now. I thought the cookies were going away. Listed as 6'2" out of Colleyville. Love it. And again, it's not like I feel like in the transfer portal, we're going after the best guys no matter what conference they're in, right? But it's always nice when you're able to not only bring in more talent that makes your team better, but it also weakens a conference rival. And so that's an added bonus to this, definitely. So Texas high school football player. He was a 3-star guy coming out. And had a really good redshirt freshman year. That's how I interpret this. And so, yeah, now we have a cornerback room of Travis Hunter, Cormani McLean, Omarion Cooper, right? DJ McKinney. We'll see who else we end up bringing in, but I feel like that's very solid. We got some guys who can play in the slot, such as Preston Hodge, Jaden Milner-Jones, Cameron Silman Craig, who I'm guessing right now he might be that starting strong free safety. I forget. Yeah, Shiloh plays strong safety, right? So, anyways, I'll go ahead and get to y'all's thoughts on all this. But, at the end of the day, and I'll bring this back up actually, because I like having some visual here. At the end of the day, Buffs, we got better today. We got better today. Um, yeah, I'll share this tab instead. I love it. Okay, let's go ahead and get to some of your comments. Oh, was he rated as a 4-star transfer? Let me go ahead and check that out. I only had brought up his high school 24/7. Um, the heck? Hold on real quick. Okay. So right here, oh yeah, they have him measuring at 6'2". That's great. 190 now. Okay. Looks like he doesn't have a transfer rating. But hey, if they're making DJ Lundy an 89, get your hopes up for an amazing grade. That's the thing. Good competition, and you just need, I mean, this is capitalism. This is Darwinism. This is not socialism. This is not, everybody gets a trophy or whatever. This is I want the best results possible, okay? I want to win as many games possible. I care about how good the team is as a whole. I'm not loyal to any of the names on the back of the jersey. I just want the best performances possible. Y'all know what I'm saying? So I think that this is a very, very great ad that's going to add competition in here. And again, guys, a big difference from this transfer portal season this year compared to last year. Love that. Is that we're bringing in a lot more guys this year that have played significant snaps at the Power 5 level as opposed to last year. So continuing to upgrade. Absolutely love it. Y'all go check out that Cat Williams interview if you haven't watched it yet. It's crazy. I hope we get a DC announcement. Who will start to at linebacker next to Lundy? Hopefully somebody that we bring in. Any of the other guys that we have on the roster right now, I would be much more comfortable with them being there for depth rather than a starter. How many scholarships do they have left? I think 5. At the lowest, it's 4 right now, Neckbone. That's right. Moving in the shadows. We got more moves to make. Last count was 6 or 8. At the end of the day, it's probably between 5 and 10. Something like that. Let's go, Bodie. Appreciate you. Cormani better step up. Yeah. This is what I love is that no one's going to be handed anything with a lot of these positions. This is fantastic. Continue to make these guys earn it. Only the hard workers are going to earn it. Only the guys who are putting in that extra work, they're going to earn it. We're continuing to bring in more talent. Let's see. I love that. Yeah. What's up, everybody? Arkansas linebacker plus Houston DT Caldwell equals Big 12 champs. Man, I would love to get a 320-pound lineman in here. Again, I would love to get another starter in here on the defensive line. Nwankwo is fantastic. If we're able to secure Jeff Clark from Louisville, that would be a substantial upgrade with our starting interior compared to where we were at this past year. Really, I feel like on the defense right now, we need to be bringing in a starting caliber linebacker and interior defensive lineman. Those are kind of the 2 starters that I feel like we're missing. Everybody else, I feel pretty good. Oh, man, he signed with ASU? What? Oh, man, I was getting my hopes up. Man, now I'm sad. So let's see where we move on from here, right? Man, that's a bummer. Yeah, Dev saying Bentley shouldn't see the field, in my opinion. I'm in agreement. Hey, he's fine as a backup. And that's what I'll say. He's fine as a backup. And if he's coming in as our second best linebacker right now, we've had some development issues and we've had some recruiting issues. Let's go ahead and get another really talented linebacker in here. I think we will. If a rando like me is talking about the positional needs on the roster, surely they have an idea of their weak areas and where they got to get better. That's just kind of how I see it. Everything else that we've wanted them to target, they've done, except kicker, and not place kicker, kickoff specialist. Let me correct myself. Yeah, somebody like Morgan Pearson or Victory Johnson, guys that we brought in, they're probably a couple years away. So I don't know if they're able to take that jump after their redshirt year. That would be phenomenal. But I'm not going to put that expectation on them yet. Just like with some of these guys that are coming over here from LSU, Alabama, all that is great. But I would rather have proven guys in here that have played more than like 50 snaps at the college football or on the college football field during their career. Coming in here, I don't want to put starter expectations or put that sort of weight on their shoulders when they've barely played any college football snaps at all. I mean, we talk about taking steps. Hey, usually you go from, being a redshirt guy riding the bench to then like a part-time player to then like a consistent, rotational guy and then, a starter. So to expect some of these guys to go from bench warmer to starter, I think that might be an unrealistic expectation for some of these. For some of these guys, I hope that they can prove me wrong, but you're not going to hear me hyping them up right now as starters unless things totally change, which it could. But I would love for us to bring in another offensive tackle, a couple more defensive linemen, another linebacker. What do you guys think is going to happen at safety next to Shiloh? Jaden Milner-Jones, Cameron Silman-Craig back there. I think Preston Hodge is mainly going to play that slot. That's going to be interesting. I've wondered if oh yeah, that's right. We have offered, I believe, both of the Webster twins. So from FAU, one plays linebacker, one plays wide receivers. So if we're able to bring both of those guys in, freaking love it. Absolutely love it. Or Wester, that's right. Wester twins. Western will play the star. What about Preston Hodge, Nicholas Braxton? Scobuffs Daily, hope you're doing well. Cam's got that. I mean, Cam was one of our best players last year. That was great to see him. But Jaden Milner-Jones, he graded out very well, had a fantastic freshman year. Trevor Woods, man, Trevor Woods is just kind of in that tweener position right now. Maybe he beefs up to play linebacker, but we'll just have to see. Preston Hodge will be slot corner. Okay. Yeah. And then we also got guys like Slush. I forgot about Slush. I feel kind of like about Trevor Woods how I do about Bentley. Better to be a backup on this team right now than a starter. People always count Trevor out and all he does is start. That it's very true. That's very true. I expect him to be a starter this year, but I mean, something's got to change. God created the heavens and the earth in 7 days. The next week, he made me. I don't know what you're saying, man. I'm sorry. If it's a joke, I missed it. A lot of Alabama transfers around the bench. That's very true. And A guy like Anquin Barnes isn't the first Alabama transfer that we brought in. He's escaping my mind right now, but we brought in a guy that was a 5-star Alabama recruit a few years ago, and the guy just could never get on the field. I mean, we've seen this before. That's why I'm not going to freak out about the fact. I love that we're getting some guys that were highly recruited, that top programs wanted to go after, but I'm just going to temper my expectations because we've seen that before. Demoy Kennedy could also be a starter at linebacker. We'll just have to see. I'm hoping we bring in more competition, bring in more linemen, bring in another running back for all. I mean, what? We got 5 spots left, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spots left. Let's bring in another linebacker, defensive lineman, offensive lineman, running back, another wide receiver too. Let's continue. And I always keep forgetting about the tight ends. We probably need another tight end as well, or like 2, right? That would be really nice. And we do need another kicker for the kickoff specialist, but I'm going to be pissed if we bring in another guy on scholarship that's a kicker. No. Walk-on tryouts. That's what we need. A nationwide walk-on kickoff specialist tryout. When's the coaching staff announcement? I mean, now that the NFL regular season's done, maybe we might see that happen tomorrow or later this week. If these guys, like the defensive coordinator, for instance, if they are already on another staff in the NFL, we just have to wait till their team's season is over. So maybe that's happening right now. But anyways, I do hope that we get some news. Who knows what's happening with offensive coordinator? I think it's probably Pat Shurmur, but again, why haven't you announced it yet? If you're CU, I got no idea. I'm just going to wait for it to happen. What QB are we getting now after 2's gone? Probably a high-end transfer that will serve as either the guy or a bridge to a very highly rated freshman coming in here at some point. I think that's kind of the long-term plan. If Staub, Walter Taylor, or Destin Wade develop to be that guy, great. But just like the other positions, I'm not going to stop right now. I'm going to continue to recruit quarterback like crazy. But if we can get a guy in here, that's like Cam Ward. Of course, he's going to the NFL, but that type of guy who's got a couple years that's already proven it at the college level, come in here or replace Shador, I think that'd be really cool. But I can't name you any names off the top of my mind right now. And I mean, I would love if Antoine Hill recommits. That would be fantastic. I would love it if Bryce Underwood, we still have another year before all that stuff is official, right? We just know where we're at right now, in the standings. LSU has definitely got a substantial lead right now, but hey, we've seen crazier flips happen before, haven't we? But I'm not gonna get my hopes up right now for any guy who is decommitted until I see somebody recommit. I'm just gonna treat it like we're probably gonna go in a different direction, but if someone's gonna change that, I hope that it's Antoine Hill. Bodie, appreciate the love. Thank you. Stop wanting what you want and let the coaches coach. Well, then Ray Cooper, nobody should be on YouTube saying anything. What do you what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do, man? When you're at the barber shop, are you just supposed to not talk about what you would do? Come on, man. It's Sunday night. Let's have some fun. But with Bryce Underwood, Maya, you're bringing it. If CU demonstrates that they can win in 2025, those or 2024, the 25 commits will reconsider. You're absolutely right. You are totally right. If you look at the Bryce Underwood situation yesterday, you look at those top three schools, LSU, Michigan, CU, all three of them have great things to offer. All three of them have some different things to offer. Now, if I'm removing my fanhood and objective or subjectivity out of this, it totally makes sense for Bryce Underwood to commit to LSU right now. It's the most sure thing, whether you believe it or not. The Jim Harbaugh and the Coach Prime rumors about them not being around for too long, whatever, you don't have to deal with that with Brian Kelly at LSU. They have the most recent Heisman winner. You're playing in the SEC. You know, it's probably the least risky move right now, and you know that you're going to be able to get to that next level, be developed, all of that. But there are some other things that both Michigan and CU can offer if, you know, like for CU, if we continue to win, you know, people are going to see that, you know, Coach Prime in this for the long haul, like he's been saying. So, the biggest thing that's going to help CU with these recruits, though, is putting up wins. You're absolutely right. Then it won't be seen as, you know, like as risky, so to speak, you know. I think that this is, you know, this should be a top destination for a lot of players. But I can understand why certain recruits are committing or have certain other schools ahead of CU right now. We still have a lot of work to do. The fact that we only had 4 wins and had an offense ranked in the 60s or 70s this past year and was in the Final Four right now for Bryce Underwood shows you, you know, how good and how strong this staff is at recruiting. Now we're going to be able to put more substantial wins behind it. Hey, do we get a Heisman winner at the quarterback position next year? That would be great. We'll just have to see. All right. Dave, you should start doing the panel thing. Oh, I don't know about that. We'll just have to see. Great channel, David. I appreciate you, Solomon. I'll tell you what, like, I love listening to the panels, and I love coming on Raw's panel, you know, every blue moon and whatnot. It's great. Man, I just don't feel like I'd be a very good moderator at all. Raw's so good at it. Yeah, exactly. We got a lot that we still got to prove at CU. We just got to keep winning. That's the most important thing. Man, you guys are cracking me up. All right, I probably won't do it, you know. I'll let the other channels, you know, do their I just kind of do my own thing, right? Everybody's got their own little vibe, their own little style, all that. But man, I love the panel. I listen to pretty much everything, man. I want different takes, I want different styles, all of that, you know. Just like I like action movies, but I also love thrillers. I love comedies, but I also like I mean, you get what I'm saying. All righty. All right, I'm going to go here for just a few more minutes. Let me know, guys, if you have any more questions. But, you know, overall, man, like DJ McKinney coming here, love it. Love it. I love that we're getting another tall corner in here. I love that we're getting a guy that played almost 600 snaps this past year in Big 12 football. I absolutely love it. Thanks, Bodie. I do need to see if I can create some more emojis for y'all. Appreciate you supporting the channel. That means a lot. That keeps me going. We're building something special here. On a guy crazy on TV shows. I'll need to go check that out if I got some more time. Y'all be sure to hit that like if you're in here as well. But I do want to play, if I get a gaming system, I do want to play some of y'all in that NCAA football this summer. I think that would be a lot of fun. And man, I'd love to play TB. Law Dog, a lot of those other guys, Neckbone, if you play, we can play as well. Yo, Creo, good to see you. Who needs ESPN? When we have David Talks Buffs, please subscribe and like. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's crazy that I've been doing this for almost a year now. Sometime in February is when I posted my first video. Okay, you think Shador will be the cover of the new game? This is my prediction: is that Shador and Travis will co-headline the cover. That's what they should do. I mean, when CU's like top 4 in viewership, and with only 4 wins this past year, like the prime effect with the video game sales is going to be through the roof if they're on the cover, because you got people that are going to be buying that thing as collectibles, unsealed and all that, like they do with all the pop figures and collectors cards, all that. I think it should be a no-brainer move. I mean, I'm trying to think of who else coming back might be that type of star that isn't going to the NFL draft this year. Like, who has that Caleb Williams type of buzz? Jane Daniels, Caleb Williams, Michael Penix, all these guys are going to the NFL. So I think it would make sense for those guys to be on the cover. David, pothead emojis, please. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. That's good. I like that. Brian, you need a hater on your show like Coach Hayes. Hey, I got Rawhide Media, right? Yeah, Weaver was at eligibility too, so he had to declare. Which round you think Weaver will get drafted in? 3rd. I'm calling it 3rd. Hopefully he goes to the Denver Broncos. We need him. Hey, Rawhide, what's going on, man? I'll give you a call here soon. Dev, at best, Weaver's going 3rd round. Yeah. I mean, let me look up here real quick. I'm going to put my mic down. Another 3rd round wide receiver that played really well was Eric Decker, drafted in the 3rd round by the Broncos. And he had 8 receptions, or no, played 8 games, had 50 receptions for 758 yards and like 5 TDs. And I think Zay had kind of around that 68 catches, 908 yards, 4 TDs. Zay 6'1". Was Eric Decker coming out? Don't even show me his size on here, but he definitely had that NFL type feel, or like that NFL type size. 6'3". So yeah, maybe 3rd or 4th round, but I'm going to say he's a day 2 guy. Don't let Sean Payton around. Oh, guys, this is what I don't get. I know, Mr. DW, you might not be a Broncos fan, but I just need to get this off my chest. There are some people in the Denver media that it just seems like they're always wanting to go after Sean Payton. They call him a dictator. They call him an asshole, all this stuff. Guys, can you please explain to me how Mike Shanahan was any different than Sean Payton? But everybody's clamoring how amazing Sean Payton was, or what Mike Shanahan was. I mean, Mike Shanahan was the same way. He was a no-nonsense guy. He was a huge asshole. He had his system. He put guys in the doghouse all the time. He ruled with an iron fist. Both of them have won Super Bowls. Now, again, Mike Shanahan has a longer history with the Broncos, 1-2. But I don't understand it when he's kind of a carbon copy of the most successful coach the Broncos have had in their franchise history. I don't really understand all the hate around him. You know what you were getting, and people are still upset about the Mike Shanahan firings and all that years ago. Like, they have pretty similar personalities. I even Kyle Shanahan's kind of that way, you know. In the NFL, kind of guys with those personalities, they kind of win. I just feel like it's a double standard in the Denver media and with Denver fans, because the things that they get all upset about Sean Payton for, the guy they love, clamoring that he needs to be in the Hall of Fame, Mike Shanahan, is no different. Dave, they lost to the Raiders today. Yes, I watched the full game, and they should have lost. I'm glad they lost. We got the 12th overall pick right now. I don't care that we lost to the Raiders today. At the end of the day, we got average quarterback play. He's making the right decision moving on from Russell Wilson, and now we can stop all this Jared Stidham talk about him being the guy. Um, for what it's worth, Mr. DW, I didn't see this team winning any more than 6 games this year. Now, some other Broncos fans still had playoffs on their mind from the time the season started. I thought after that 5-game win streak, we were going to the playoffs. Things change. When you get outplayed by Bailey Zappi, you got to move on. You got to move on from that quarterback. When you are getting outplayed by Bailey Zappi, things got to change. But Sean Payton has led us to our best record in 7 seasons, and people want him fired. Absolutely crazy to me. Give him some time to build this thing the way that he wants it. We've had a bunch of clowns coaching this team, a bunch of Michael Scott's coaching the Broncos for quite a while now. This guy's actually competent and has been there. Am I saying he's the best coach of all time? Is he Bill Walsh? No. Is he Bill Belichick? No. But he's a damn better coach than anybody that we've had since Gary Kubiak. No doubt. No doubt. This was a roster that still overachieved this past year. Again, I only saw this team winning 6 games max this year. We got the most wins we've had since 2016. All right, y'all. I got to get out of here. Y'all have a great night. Remember, all the sports stuff needs to be fun. So y'all enjoy it. I'll be back tomorrow. And as always, Sco Buffs.